Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to our listeners wherever you are in the world. Today, we're doing an extended version of the Reggae Voyage show where we had Beyonce and Kurdane as our guests on May the 27th. Because of the conversations that they brought to the table, because of the topics of importance to them, Donovan, Longmore, and I saw it fit to give them another opportunity to share their thoughts, to have their voices heard, and have more time for conversation. Mr. Longmore?
Thank you so much, Trisha. We do appreciate you. Kurdane and Beyonce, two superstars we had on the radio yesterday. Well, now it's going to be worldwide, so we're going to hear them more than once and in different areas across the globe. And fact of the matter is, we had more listeners in that segment of the show than any other part of the show yesterday. So let me say congratulations to you guys both for the wonderful job that you did. We talk about mentorship. We talk about how we can have improvements to help children go into school, college, high school, and how life can be much easier for them with the help of adults and government. And you guys really touched on that and talk about some of the problems and pet peeves that you guys have in terms of studying and learning while in school. And you guys gave us great solutions. We passed the suggestion stage. We're now in the solution stage, and both Kurdane and Beyonce gave us some wonderful, wonderful ideas with solutions, and that's what we love. And of course, like Trisha just mentioned, the Diaspora Junction, we're going to take young men and women from out of Jamaica, and of course, let them have their voice be heard throughout the world. And this is what this is all about. It's not about me nor Trisha. It's about the young men and women who are our future. And we're just here to guide them along as mentors and to help them, with any problems that may have in, life situations or in school or at home. We're all parents, and we do know how to, deal with our, sons and daughters. So the fact of the matter, I asked Trisha to get a young man and a young woman is the fact that we want to see from both angles, the mind process and the thoughts, how they think, how they react, and how they can combine and culminate what they learn and what they can teach, because now these two are role models and they're doing a wonderful job. And we're so proud of them. I always tease Kurdane about being, the next prime minister. He doesn't want to get into cyberspace. So again, whatever he chooses to be, that's what we're here for. And even if they do choose to do something different, we're still going to support them. Beyonce, love this little young lady. She said something that she's going to make us proud. And young lady, I'm going to tell you from now, we're going to hold you to that. So remember, we can find on Jamaica anytime. Trisha is right around the corner, so she can come visit you anytime. So make sure we do what we do and you do what you do. I know, Kurdane, you're just an amazing young man. To see a 16-year-old act the way you act, carry yourself the way you carry yourself, and have that role model concept of saying, okay, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, regardless of what others say. That means volume to me, young man. And one who loves children, Trisha will tell you, I love children. I'll go above and beyond for children. I've put people aside just for children. And that's what it is. I mean, nothing makes me feel better than seeing a child smile. Not even the bird who sings every day, and I love birds. But I just want to see the young men and women achieve what they can, and I will go out of my way to make sure it happens. And I've always told Trisha, listen, we can come on here, we can talk as much as we want, but if we don't stand behind them and help them, not just mentally or physically, we have to also look at the financial part of it, because these young men and women need to go on to further education, and it costs money. Simple, basically. So we're working on situations now where we can help you guys improve what you're doing and try to help set that standard where we say, okay, you guys work hard. You guys prove to us that you guys did it. So it's now us who need to prove to you that we can do it too. So it goes both ways. And I just want to thank you guys for being a special part in our lives. I told Trisha that you're now both adopted children of ours. So we're just here for you guys. So Trisha, back to you, and then we're going to have them talk individually and just, just discuss whatever is on their mind.
That Kurdane, Beyonce, you guys have shown great leadership skills, your ability to communicate in your own space, in your own right, and your ability to contribute to the conversations and have it flowing. It is actually remarkable. Mindful that one of the things that I do appreciate about Beyonce is her honesty. If Beyonce doesn't have anything to say, she just flat out tells you, I don't have anything to say. Why that appeals to me is that even though she's in a public space, she's holding her own. So rather than say something that doesn't make any sense, she's going to be honest and say, I have nothing more to contribute. And I appreciate that because then she's not influenced or intimidated by the space in which she's operating, and she continues to wear her own shoes in her own skin comfortably. And for that, Beyonce, I applaud you. But I also know that you're brilliant. And I also know that if you even take a second, you can bring forth something that is valuable to all our listeners, especially teenagers. Mr. Kurdane, your ability to communicate, to be put on the spot by Uncle Donovan and always deliver is remarkable.
Yes.
To have a response in a time that, I mean, these are questions in some instances that you weren't prepared for, and to respond in the way in which you have responded, to hold your head high and to continue to do what you must and make your voice heard is by itself remarkable. And the both of you are leaders in your own right. Continue to be humble, continue to serve your God, and continue to make a difference. And as I know Donovan and Kurdane's position is ladies first, Madam Beyonce, what would you like to first bring to the table?
I like first bring to the table is today's World's Day.
Reintroduce yourself. My apologies. Please reintroduce yourself.
I'm sorry. My name is Beyonce Ashanti Hines. I am 16 years of age and I attend Queen High School. The first thing I would like to bring to the table is Happy Men's Day to all the men that's on the channel and who are listening. And the first thing I would like to bring to the table is the crime, or how should I put it? I'm not quite sure how should I put it, but the
criminal activities in Jamaica.
The criminal activities in Jamaica is really high and top, and it affects people in many different ways. Like for instance, yesterday I was supposed to do an interview with you guys. My mother was delayed because of that. She called and told me that there was a shootout and she was going to be late. When she arrived, it was way past the interview, and it was hard for her to get transportation during those times because the taxis, they are afraid of getting killed as well, because there is someone that got killed during that shootout. Yes. So
it's unfortunate that your mother had that experience, which could have been more likely traumatic for the entire family. But I'm happy that she got home safely.
Amen.
For you, it's a difficult conversation because your mom was in the same vicinity as the shooting, and the story, the outcome could have been completely different for you and your family.
Yes.
So I want you to understand that we do understand that having this conversation for you right now is very real, it's very close to home, and it's very difficult. And also thank you for being brave to have this conversation rather than to just try to distance yourself from it and not bring awareness to the challenges that young people face, that families are facing because of the crime in Jamaica. That affected your interview because you were not comfortable and in a position to really deliver as well as we know you can. But it was remarkable because I was aware of what was happening. Uncle Donovan was aware of what was happening. And nevertheless, you came through, you spoke clearly, you had the conversations, even in that state. And for that, again, Beyonce, we applaud you. But as a young person, what else? I'm being so close to it right now. That was just yesterday, last night. What would you say to the authorities as a young person about the crime and what the unfortunate reality that, you know, your mom was exposed and other persons were exposed to it?
For instance, if there was, yes, other people could have got killed as well. It's lucky that only one person got killed. And what I'm saying to the authority is they should be more aware and more concerned about the citizens than their own well-being. I'm not saying that they should not care about their own well-being and their family well-being, but the citizens come first during the time of need, and they should like be more aware and be more focused to say that yes, the citizens come first. I will do my job no matter what the challenges is. That's all I have to say.
Wonderful. And what I love about you, Beyonce, is like Trisha just mentioned, your braveness. You remind me of a nanny, you know, that warrior queen who can stand up and say, yes, you know, I'm gonna stand up for my people. And what you're doing, Beyonce, you're standing up for young women and young people of, you know, your age, your teenage years, and letting them know that even though Trisha mentioned the fact that yes, yesterday was one of your biggest interview because so many people were listening, you stood the test of time and you stayed right there. You didn't falter. I mean, you were a little distracted because of the situation, but at the same time, you answered every question. You stood your ground, and you proved to us that even though at 16, young age, you can still be bold, you can be strong, and you can be a warrior in the things that you do. And we appreciate you, and we thank you so much. And you don't know the admiration that people have for you. You did something yesterday that was amazing. You know, you and Kurdane set the stage. This thing is going to go worldwide, as I told you, and you guys continue to shine each and every day. No matter what we ask you, we're not picking on you guys. We're doing this to build you and to also reward you. There are plenty of rewards coming for this, believe it or not. And of course, you guys are here doing it. Others are going to be joining, but at the same time, you guys are, like we say, the poster child. You started this. So it's going to be something probably in your honor afterwards. But we appreciate you. And thank you so much, Beyonce, for being who you are. Like Trisha said, for being so honest, for being so real. We don't find that nowadays. And of course, being so young, and you have a bright future ahead of you. And we just appreciate you. Like you said, you're not going to do anything to disappoint us. And we're going to make sure you succeed. That's our promise to you. So keep up the good work, and God continuously bless you. You two are just amazing. We appreciate you. The true sentiment of what a real Jamaican young man and young woman ought to be. And that's what you guys provide here. Well, we thank you for that.
So, Kurdane, is there anything that you would like to add to Beyonce's conversation, or is there another topic that you would like to bring to the table?
First I must say that that is actually true what is Beyonce is basically saying, you know, that crime is a very growing issue that is currently taking a storm now. As I spoke on the first interview the other day, that is a major issue that I'm seeing not only just in nationwide but globally. And as the solution that I provided, and also what Mr. Donovan also brought forward to the table, that love and also they providing more opportunities to these persons who are committing the crimes and stuff like that. Because even though love can play a vital role and a vital part in this, we still can also find opportunities to help those persons out there and help them to be more engaged in something more productive rather than to be out there and doing stuff like that. And you get what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with what you're saying, and yeah.
Great.
So those suggestions that you made just now will help with crime prevention.
Definitely.
Creating opportunities, giving children hope, letting them realize that because last night you spoke about inner city schools and inner city students, in spite of the environment and their circumstances, to give them hope. And with hope, they have something to look forward to, as you and Beyonce do, which makes you guys more inclined to be focused and determined in the midst of chaos and in the midst of distraction. And last night, as we just shared, that Beyonce was facing chaos and she was facing distraction, but yet she was able to focus. Taking that into another space will allow the students who are from these communities to be better able and better equipped to make better choices as they face the trials in their environment. Thank you for that, Kurdane. Is there anything else that you'd like to, well, you just followed up on Beyonce. Is there a topic that you would like to share?
Yeah, so I would like to bring forth to the table this topic basically, speaking about as we started yesterday, it was bringing forth opportunities, more opportunities, and speaking on behalf of those students who doesn't really have a voice in our inner schools and inner city schools and stuff like that. Because since recently a research was carried out by, I think, I'm not currently sure, but a research was carried out the other day, and I was reading the statistics that I think around 70% of taxpayer money go down into national security problems and issues. And you know that, and yes, we are having trouble with crime and stuff like that, but thinking about the education system, it would actually make a difference, because if you invest at least that same effort that you're putting in the national security sector in the education system, you will definitely have an upcoming and more productive and better generation. Because remember, it all begins from the students, it all begins from the upcoming generation, you know. So if you can target that energy, target that sort of source right there, target it all into education or in the education sector, it would definitely make a difference, you know. You know, for the future, we'll have less crime, we'll have a more better productive country, and we'll finally could live up to the goal that we have for 2050, making Jamaica a place to live, learn, work, raise family, and to do business. So definitely can achieve that if we actually put that force and that energy in education. So that's my topic I would like to bring forward today.
Wonderful, wonderful. And of course, don't forget there's a 2030 plan as well. I know they're going to 2050, but we're not gonna wait that long because we want to see things happening right now. As a matter of fact, there's also one for 2025 that Prime Minister is trying to push forward. But at the same time, Kurdane, that is a wonderful thing, because you realize that in society in itself, the community is what, raise the children, if you could say, nowadays, because they see things and they learn things. I mean, a child is not going to just get up and do what they want to do because they want to do it. Somehow he or she was taught, whether it be a television show or mommy or daddy or someone in the community doing things, and they'll see that and they feel that that's the right way to go. And Beyonce had made a suggestion earlier about music, when she was saying that you use music in a solution for problems. If you're in a classroom and there's a problem with math, you sing it out, you say it out. Not necessarily saying that you're going to listen to music that's derogatory out there to learn, because that's a distraction. But she made the point where she said, no, use the subject in a musical format so that the students can learn better and be better equipped. And you touch on a very important point, Kurdane, the fact that we need to provide opportunities. Yes, you're right. When a man is hungry, he's angry. And it's not that every criminal want to be a criminal, because some of them are faced up against the wall and they have kids to feed. And where's the meal coming from? We have to face reality. Nobody knows how that hungry man is. A wise man will never know the intelligence of a poor man, because guess what? He don't know the struggle. So he can't survive as good as the man who doesn't have anything. But at the same time, you made a good point by saying that we ourselves need to provide and be better role models. And that's what's needed. If we can be role models, me and Trisha right now are being role models for you guys. And if we can get more people, there are more out there, but it depends where they are. Because in certain communities, you both know Beyonce and Kurdane that, hey, they don't have the luxury of that. I mean, I remember when I was in Jamaica and it was just, Kingston was just a crime-ridden place. Every day a gunshot. Political reasons also, man a shoot man for foolishness, and then your kids have to walk through it, walk over dead bodies. These are real reality we're speaking here. And of course, if, like you said, Beyonce, if the security force and what you said, Kurdane, if they would take the time out to say, okay, I got to protect and serve my people, it will make a much different, situation in Jamaica. Because not to say every police are bad police or every security is bad, there's some great ones out there. And it's just a shame to see that they're not getting the highlight. It's just like when you two come on now and you're doing so much to make sure that young men and women be, stalwarts in their community. People don't highlight that. Some interested said, no, we're going to change that narrative. We're going to highlight the good that you guys do. Everybody talk about the negativity, the pregnancy, the jail, the scamming and all that. Hey, what about Kurdane? What about, Beyonce? Look what they're doing, Mr. Nugent, Akeef Nugent, look what he's doing. Other young men and women in Jamaica making a difference in their community. And we need to highlight that. And I think that's where Jamaica dropped the ball, because we're more focused on foolishness. If something happened, a big fight happened, everybody take out their phone for video rather than help or break it up. You know, that culture, we need to get away from that slavery mentality and learn that, yes, we must do what our forefathers and mothers did. Look what Marcus Garvey died for, Paul Bogle, Nani, you know, all our heroes. Look what they did. They stand up and they fight. So this is what we're doing. We're standing up and we're fighting. We're taking back Jamaica. And thanks to you two again, you guys are stalwart. You guys are just excellent, you know, pinnacle of what students ought to be. And we're so proud of you, and we will stand by you till the end.
Thank you for that, Donovan. Beyonce, is there any other topic that you would like to bring to the table? Remember again, guys, this conversation is your topics, your perspective, your views, your ideas.
Yes,
We're
the
here.
next thing I would like to bring to the table is, why do people kill people over their own assets or own things? Yes. For me, it's because the people are greedy. They do not want to work. They do not want to put in the hard work to say, yes, I own this for myself. This is my food. Some of the people in Jamaica are out there. They don't want to work. They want to depend on other people. And like, if they, for example, if I see you with something, right, that I know I want, I wouldn't want to like kill you or go after your family for it. I would like to work for it and either buy from you or get one exactly like what you have. So what I'm saying to the people out there in Jamaica and in the world, that you should work for what you want. If you fight for it or kill people for it, it's not really beneficial. After a while, you see that it's not worth fighting for. It's better you have something that you buy and treasure it than you fight someone for or kill someone for it and you don't treasure it. Or to kill someone for their own thing, it doesn't really benefit you in any way. In the long run, you can end up go to jail, or when you die, you can go to hell, you rotten hell. It's best you work for what you want and put it out there and say that, yes, I work for this. This is my plate of food. I earned this myself with my own honest bread. That's all I have to say.
Wonderful.
Bob,
We've got about 5 minutes, but that's wonderful. Kurdane, what do you have to say to us that? Couple more minutes.
Well, I definitely agree with what Beyonce said. I definitely agree regarding that. As what she said, if you actually truly want something, you can definitely work towards it, because remember, as I spoke in my first interview prior to that, I said achieving the mindset you have. If you have that mindset and say, I'm determined to get this, I'm determined to go after that end goal, after that end prize, you definitely can achieve it. So once you have that mindset and put your mind it and say, all right, then you know what? I'm deciding to work for this goal. I'm deciding to work for this. I'm deciding to get that. You can achieve it. It all begins in the mindset. So I definitely agree with what Beyonce said regarding that topic.
Thank you, sir. Boy, Trisha, these two are just...
All right, guys. As usual, it is always a pleasure to engage both of you individually.
They're awesome.
They are fantastic.
They're awesome. And I love the fact how Beyonce says, you know, it's your honest bread. You go out there, and it's true. If you look, just like how you were talking, Trisha, and I said to you, boy, people have this, let's be real, the bad mind issue, the mentality, you know, the woolly lid syndrome, in which they say, boy, you know, if Trisha have something, me now go work for it, me go try rob her or take it from her, you know, bad mind and grudge her for it. Rather than me going in and work my honest bread and earn, you know, what she did. Because you don't know what people go through. You don't know what they have to go through. To, you know, people go to distance, take 3-4 taxis to get to work. You know, people go to market to sell. And of course, they have to make sure that they take care of their children and the struggle that they go through to make sure their family is okay. And then here comes someone who wants to take that away from them. I mean, that's not the right way to do it. And if we learn to, of course, be our own self, be our own boss, take control of what we have and what we need, then Jamaica will be the world will be a better place. You know, too many people want to sit back and get hand me out, hand me down and stuff like that. We're not here for that. We want to make sure that we build a better future. And like Kurdane said, if we're going to improve our economy, we have to be more productive. And that's what it is. We have to contribute to the gross domestic product on the GDP of our country needs to go up. And we need to learn how to do these things. And it's through education. We learn, we go to school, and we understand, and we pay attention in the classrooms. And you two are doing just that. And you guys are, like I said, stalwarts that we need, and we need more of you guys. There are plenty of other students out there doing the same thing. And of course, we're thankful that we have you two on. And then the next two will be doing the same thing, because we're going to be doing the same process and getting engaged in what they need to learn. Again, it's mentorship. And here you guys are, the junction in which we have in Jamaica right now. And it's all about our young people. We have to, you guys are the future. So it doesn't make sense, me and Trisha trying to say, boy, I'm going to live for me. We have to take care of ourselves and our family, yes, but look what, you guys are the ones coming up after us. We live our life almost there already, but it's now your turn, and we can't turn our backs on you guys. We have to make sure we stand behind you and support you in everything that we do. So again, love you guys, appreciate you guys for what you do. Continue the great work, and there's more to come. And like I said, your reward is going to be great. I remember to that. And Beyonce with her nice pretty hair. Thank you for the men's day and for her sing. Yes, but you see the funny thing, Trisha? These two have hidden talents they're not telling us. I know Beyonce can sing. Be surprised, Kurdane can sing too. So there's a lot of things that these two young man and woman can do, because they have talent, and we have to nurture those talent and bring it out. Because hey, Beyonce, everybody's saying that you're the pop star Beyonce. They two people called, but one was really funny, because I said you were on the call listening, and you heard me say she's a 16-year-old from Jamaica, and yet you still ask me, is she the pop star Beyonce, and how did I get her on the air? And I was like, okay. So it's a good thing. So I love what you guys are doing, and I appreciate you guys. And like I said, we're not here to pester or bother you. We're just here to help you grow, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to make sure Trisha have her books and stuff like that will really, really, really help you guys in mentoring you in what you want to do. And this is why we do this. We do this to make sure that we do it, and it's a special event because it's Child's Month. And to all those who are doing their best for Child's Month, we applaud and appreciate you. And it's just not going to stop here. We're going to continue doing this. So again, thank you guys again. Trisha, you are a gem. And like I told you from the beginning, you don't know the quality that you have, because I keep telling you, what you're doing is what Jamaica needs. And I will say it loudly on this Zoom so people understand. What you're doing, they need. Okay, not want, need. So I'm going to get my book and my paper for my autograph when you reach out there.
Thank you, Mr. Longmore. As you pointed out about the books and the videos, I have shared the real meaning of no, that video with Kurdane. And one of Kurdane's comments was, this is not a topic that's discussed, and it needs to be discussed. Because that particular video spoke about how to interpret no. No don't mean that it can't be done. No means that it's another way. And these children have proven to us that no means I'm going to find another way. Kurdane, Beyonce, thank you for your time. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your contribution. It is definitely valuable. And I hope that there are many lives have been touched by your outspokenness and by your honesty. You guys are precious. Continue your humility and continue to grow, not just by body, but in your education, in your mental space, and in your emotional and spiritual space. Thank you.
Very much so. We appreciate you guys on this blessed day. And of course, Beyonce sang today, and it's Men Day at her church. So we appreciate you, and thank you so much for acknowledging the men. I think Father's Day is coming up. So to all the dads out there, we want to say, happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. It takes a real man to raise a child, because you see a lot, and I'm not just blaming Jamaica, it's all over the world. You can't just blame the men, you have to blame the women too, because most of these children, they didn't say, bring me here, I want to come here. We're the one who made that decision. So when we bring them here, we have to be responsible for them. We have to help guide and lead them. No teacher is better than the parent. Everything starts at home. So when you go to school and the teachers are in school teaching, remember they have their own children to deal with as well. And this is what it's all about. It's a family. And like Kurdane said, love is the answer to everything. And if we just do things in love and apply that every day in our lives, there'll be so much peace in this world. I would say this before we leave. If Jamaica has more Kurdane and Beyonce, trust me, Jamaica will be a much better country. We need these two. There are many more like them, and we need to highlight what they're doing. So mom, dad, school teachers, prime ministers, members of parliament, this is to you. Make sure you do all that you can do in your capacity to make sure these children are protected. Prime Minister Holness, I went to a function, you were in New York, and you said, and I'm going to make sure that I tell you this again, you said you will not stop until every child in Jamaica is free from hunger. And I when I heard you say that, man, I said, this man is a great man. Don't let me down, Prime Minister. You said that about our children, and I want you to see you stand up for that and make sure it happened. I see you talking to them the other day with Child's Month, and you're going to do your best to make sure. But at the same time, let these children have confidence. Do things in your capacity. You are a leader of our country, and we do appreciate what you're doing, but there can always be a better job. So take the time out. We're not here to bash anybody. We're here to acknowledge our leaders, and they are members of parliament, and they are the ones who run the country. So we as citizens have to be mindful, and if there's something that's wrong, speak up, talk about it. Here go two of the brightest minds in Jamaica, and they brought together their own perspective of what's happening. The crime, lack of resources, helping kids with scholarships. These are the things that they need. If we can be there, me and Trisha is putting our foot on the line and said, listen, we're out there for them. And we are pretty sure that everybody else will be doing the same thing. Because we want to see a brighter future. Want to see a better future. So thank you guys. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Trisha, like I said, you're truly a gem. And of course, this is what the world needs. We start from home first. Jamaica needs it, and then we spread it to the world. So you guys are awesome. Awesome. And never, ever let anybody tell you guys that you're not worth it, because you guys are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and happy Wednesday. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a
All right.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks again.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.